child smile. Oh, can't you see, this won't go wrong. We gotta be strong. We can't do it alone. We've got to let love rule. 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 We've got to let. We've got to let. We've got to let love rule. We've got to let love. We've got to let love. Ooh. We've got to let love rule.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Toronto. My name is Tanis. How's everybody this morning? Fantastic. Awesome. If you are new to us for the first time, welcome. Just some housekeeping. When you came in the door, you were given a program. One side has lyrics to the music we're doing today. Other side has some announcements. A couple of things I want to point out. The One Step Health workshop. I keep thinking that magically every Sunday my eyes will be perfect and restored to when I was 16 years old, which was last year. Thank you, I'm here all week. July 26th, 1 o'clock to 4 o'clock, $25, One Step Health workshop. You can register online and in person, or the other way around if you prefer. Also, weekly meditation Wednesdays with Margaret Ann Snyder. Where's Margaret Ann? Margaret Ann, 6 o'clock, come and have a wonderful restorative time with our beloved practitioner, one of our beloved practitioners. Also, classes have been set for the fall. So they're on here. Everything is also online if you're at home watching. One thing in particular, mental muscle is back on the platform. Monday and Thursday mornings beginning August 31st, and that's limited to 10 people and 10 people only, and it's in person, not online. So sign up for that because spots go fast and change your life. So I think that's all I have to say. Oh, it's birthday and anniversary Sunday. If anybody's celebrating either of those milestones this week, Lynette is passing out. Is anybody having a birthday or an anniversary this month? Brian, okay. So people have already, if you are celebrating a birthday or an anniversary this month, fill out a little ballot, and we will be making a draw a little bit later in the service, and a percentage of what we brought in donations last month will go to the registered charity of your choice. So if you're having a birthday or anniversary, see Lynette, and we'll take care of that a little bit later. But now, let's give a warm, wonderful welcome for our spiritual director, Reverend Jonathan Zenz.
Good morning. How is everyone this morning? Oh, that was very unconvincing. How is everyone this morning? That's much better. It's so great to have you here. It's so great to have you join us and bring your consciousness to this place and this time and share in this experience of celebration. Let's go ahead and sing this first song. I have to get the lyrics because this is still a fairly new song for us.
Down in my soul.
This is not a new song. This is one that I know.
Feel free to stand if it so moves you. I hear the music.
I hear the music
Down in my soul.
down in my soul.
I hear the music.
I hear the music
Down in my soul.
down in my soul.
I hear the music.
I hear the music
Down in my soul.
is my home. Are you all enjoying this holiday weekend? Yes. I'm grateful that you've chosen to spend part of your weekend here with us. And I want to say welcome to everyone who's watching us online as well, and honor you for being with us this beautiful, beautiful morning. Whether you're watching live or in the archives later this week, know that you are loved and we recognize your presence right here. And if you're here for the first time joining us in the room, for the first time in person, it's great to have you here as well. So, a couple of things that I want to tell you about. We come here, Elmer Fudd. Yeah.
Do the whole service as Elmer Fudd. Yeah.
I dare you. I double dare you.
No. After what? After yes. Let me think about that. No. No. So I want to say, what are we doing here? That's actually, what are we doing here? We are having fun, and that's really the most important thing. Let's have fun today. Can you decide right here and right now that you're just going to have fun today?
Yes.
All right. Well, I want to let you know that we have a core of people here, and I tell you this every week. We have a core of people here who are here to know the truth for you. They have studied to know the truth for themselves, and they are here to know the truth for you. One of the things that we have done, and we've not really talked about it that much, although it is basically in place. There's one, we still have to get a light fixture. There's one minor thing to be completed in there, but we do have a new prayer room that is back around that corner. We took out that room that was up front. Well, we have a prayer room back there which feels a lot more relaxed, and not that that wasn't relaxed, but more private is really what I'm trying to say. If you would like to speak with a practitioner and take some time in the prayer room, you are welcome to do that. It is open for whomever would like to utilize it. So I wanted to let you know about that is back there, and it's beautiful. Even if you just go check it out, it's a beautiful little room that we've created back there. So the people that utilize this particular room, myself included, have studied to know the spiritual truth of any situation. That means anything that shows up in their lives, anything that shows up in the world that seems to be off track, it is their commitment as licensed practitioners of this philosophy to step into a deeper understanding of the spiritual truth of all of it. And so I invite them each week to get up, and one of them each week. We have 11 practitioners. 11 practitioners. Wow. Yes. And I invite one of them up every week to let you in on their little bit of inspiration, their brand of wisdom. And here to share with us today, please welcome to the lectern, Fred Wimet.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, Jonathan. And happy summer. Let's keep the flow going here. Summer. Happens to be my talk this morning. My inspiration. If that doesn't inspire you, you're in the wrong country, because we have longer winters, right? Longer. The days are longer. It's warmer. Lazy, hazy days of summer. I went back to my French there for a second. Today I'm going to share with you a little bit about vacationing and how this philosophy helped me deepen my experiences on vacation. With these summer days, doesn't it feel like nature's just calling us to be outside? Mm-hmm. To be outside and enjoy things like barbecues, pool parties, picnics. Some of us like gardening, riding bikes, long walks. See, it sounds like I've just wrote my personal ad for my next dating website. And I just realized that I like long walks and dating. For many of us in the summertime, we actually enjoy sort of mini vacations or staycations, they call them. My friends and I actually, throughout the entire summer, have every weekend booked. By the end of May or the middle of June, every weekend is usually booked. We're traveling to wine tours and pools, different parts of Ontario. So that's how I enjoy my summer. Another thing that my friends and I do in the summertime is we actually plan our winter vacations. Believe it or not. We start planning now in the summertime who's going to be, where we're going to go, how many of us are going to travel, and how we're going to get there. I can tell you that these teachings have deepened my philosophy when it comes to vacations more now than ever. And that is by learning to be fully present in any given moment. When I'm on vacation, I'm on vacation. And not that that theory or that philosophy hasn't been tested. Have you ever traveled with some of your friends? Some of them are a little more challenging to travel with than others. You ever had a friend on the third day of your vacation, which is 1 week long, say to you, "Oh my God, it's half over." I want to say to them, "I'm still on vacation. Shut up, there's 4 days left." For me personally, whether it's 1 day, 1 night, or 1 hour still left in my vacation, I'm still on vacation. That's how it works for me. Practicing. I mean, that's what you do. You practice being present right here, right now. That allows me to spend that time happily and consciously, fully aware that I'm still on vacation. How about this? Have you ever traveled with someone who on the very last day says, "Oh, now back to reality"? I was just in reality. Why is the vacation any less reality than what I'm heading back to? It is my reality. And I take that reality into every experience that I happen to be at any particular time. Again, that's what these teachings taught. And here's what's interesting. There's a study that was done by the Happiness Institute. Could you believe there's a Happiness Institute, first of all? I call it Sunday Mornings with Jonathan Zenz and the CSL family. But there's a Happiness Institute. And what they state is that no matter what you buy, whether it's a house, a car, the greatest clothes, even if you win the lottery, there's a 6 to 8 month window where you reach your maximum happiness. After that, it just becomes part of a routine. And here's what's interesting, though. Vacations, or the experiences, the memories that you gain on a vacation, last a lifetime. And in fact, it actually shows that those experiences, those memories, actually deepen your sense of satisfaction. So we all think that we can't take these mini vacations, but you know what? You can. You can. And those experiences, those memories actually deepen as time passes. So vacations are a worthwhile investment. And remember this, you are worth it as well. You are worth it. And whatever vacation looks like to you, right? Ernest Holmes writes, "Everything necessary to the full and complete expression of the most boundless experience of joy is mine now." Pack that in your suitcase. And I'll tell you another thing. For me, vacation starts the minute I decide that I'm going on vacation. Booking the airline, finding the place to stay, watching the plans, and then letting go of the fact that I have to control it, knowing that it'll unfold perfectly. So when I book my winter vacation in the summertime, when Christmas arrives and it's getting cold, I think, "Oh, I'm going to put up with this for such a length of time, and then I'll be on vacation, and that's good. I can deal with this weather," right? I'm already on vacation. The process starts the minute I decide to go. So if that helps you this summer, if you're planning something, do that. Make it all part of the experience. Don't wait until you get there to start vacationing. Start vacationing as you're planning to get there, if that helps. It's changed the way I vacation. So whether you're going away this summer, or having many vacations, or planning your next trip someplace warm during that season that I mentioned, I'll only mention it once, I promise you. Just remember to embrace it all. Embrace it all from right here, right now, whatever the process is. Enjoy your summer. Oh, and I wanted to say this. I'm away most of the summer, but I always am connected to my CSL family right here. So if you're traveling, don't forget to log in, because you can do that and get inspired no matter where you are. So enjoy your summer. And oh yeah, I want to say this. By the way, at the end of July or the middle of August, do not come to me and say, "Oh my God, the summer's half over," because I'll tell you what, I'll be celebrating that it's still here, just so you know. I have an affirmation today, and I'm going to say it once, and then invite you all to say it 2 times with me. And here it goes. Peace and joy are mine to experience always, right here, right now. So if you'll repeat with me. Peace and joy are mine to experience always, right here, right now. And one more time. Peace and joy are mine to experience always, right here, right now. Namaste.
I'm going to come stand next to you because this is the one where I do need the lyrics. Peace and joy are mine to experience always, right here and right now. What a wonderful affirmation. Wonderful reminder, Fred. Thank you. So I'm going to invite you to take in whatever it is you've heard that has resonated with you and what Fred has spoken this morning, and allow yourself to be present with it. So just let it be in your heart. To relax, release, and renew. I am born from the strength of love. I am born from the strength of love. All that I am today, all that I bring today, I know that it's enough. I am born from the strength of love. I am breathing the strength of love. I am breathing the strength of love. All of my traveling, all my unraveling, journeys I know not of. I am breathing the strength of love. And so I invite you to allow yourself to be open and receptive to these words of truth from Fred.
I trust and know that right here, right now, there is one thing going on. It is divine. It is love. It is light. It is who I am. For as it is, so too am I. The light, the strength, just like the drop of water in the river that flows perfectly with the currents. I too flow perfectly with everything that is intended. Right here, right now. I am connected to this divine source that sees light and love in every single individual that I meet. I see it in them, for it is me as well. We are connected by light, by love, by the heart. And no matter where our travels take us, we are always connected in this great, big, beautiful world. I am grateful for the teachings that let me know that I have the ability to see the light, to share the light, to be the light. We are all beacons, and we need to let our light shine. With a grateful heart, an open mind, and knowing that words are powerful, I release these words to the law that knows to do. And together we say, and so it is.
I am blessing the strength of love. I day, sending it on its way out to the hills above. I am blessing the strength of love. I am born from I am breathing, I am breathing. I am blessing, I am blessing. Thank you, Fred.
You're welcome.
Quite frequently, there are reminders to me. I think you've taken some of my notes. Yes, thank you. I am reminded of that there are no mistakes. Because there was something that happened this morning during rehearsal where we were singing that particular song, and Tanis has different lyrics in front of her. And I said, well, I took the lyrics for the song sheets that you all have today. I took the lyrics from the video recording that I listened to this morning, which had this song playing on it. And based on Fred's talk today, the lyrics that Tanis didn't have were these: all of my traveling, all my unraveling, journeys I know not of. There are no mistakes.
Perfect.
No, not a clue. But the Spirit always works. Always works. What are well, you probably don't have them in front of you anymore.
I do not.
Yeah, so you don't need to know the other lyrics. You'll hear them the next time we sing it, if we decide to do those lyrics again. Yes. This song that we've chosen as the feature song of the day today, one of my favorites. It's you know what I found out today? It's on Serena Ryder's album, but only if you buy her album on iTunes. That's not a plug for iTunes, just to be clear.
Really?
Yeah, it's only available if you buy the album on iTunes.
That's why we have it then.
That's why we have it then. But anyway, it's a great song, Circle of the Sun, and yeah, enjoy.
Let's get away from who we think we are and the things we cannot do. Look into the mirror and pretend you're me, and I'll pretend I am you. Take a little sunshine, give a little teardrop. Everybody needs to love someone. Even in the silence, you can listen to the rhythm. Have a little dance around the circle of the sun. Even in the silence, you can listen to the rhythm. Have a little dance around the circle of the sun. Dance around the circle of, dance around the circle of, dance around the circle of the sun. We've already got what we've been looking for. Yeah, we've already won the race. Don't overrate it, overcomplicate it. There's never been a better way. Take a little sunshine, give a little teardrop. Everybody needs to love someone. Even in the silence, you can listen to the rhythm. Have a little dance around the circle of the sun. Light a fire when the sun goes down. Light a fire to see. Don't wait till the light goes out. Don't wait for me. Even in the silence, you can listen to the rhythm. Have a little dance around the circle of the sun. Dance around the circle of, dance around the circle of, dance around the circle of the sun. Dance around the circle of, dance around the circle of the sun. Let's get away from who we think we are and the things we cannot do. Even in the silence, even in the silence, even in the silence, even in the silence. Take a little sunshine, give a little teardrop. Everybody needs to love someone. Even in the silence, you can listen to the rhythm. Have a little dance around the circle of the sun. Take a little sunshine, give a little teardrop. Everybody needs to love someone. Even in the silence, you can listen to the rhythm. Have a little dance around the circle of the sun.
Tennis Burnett. I'm starting today with a non-rhetorical question. Ooh. This is the question. Actually, it'll be two questions, but I'm going to start with the first. I'm not going to ask you two questions at once and then ask for answers. I'll ask the first question first. What do you say? Yes. All right, so here's the first question. What is religion? What is religion? This is these first two questions are not rhetorical. So, what is religion? Beliefs. Okay? Rules. Control. Study. God out there. Okay. Dogma. Say that again? Fiction, he says. Fiction. You know, I'm not here to judge any answers, just so we're clear. There is no judgment here. Community. Say that again, Mark?
I would say
what we are doing here is a religion as well. It's a set of beliefs. All right, so then that actually is a great segue to my next question, which is this. What is the purpose of religion? Love, to speak to your spiritual outside and inside, to have a communion with Spirit. How's that? Guidance, community. These are the purposes of religion. What is the purpose of religion? Peace, connection, to feel at one with each other. Okay. Great. I ask these questions because these are questions that have been on my mind this week, and I might as well bring it to the fore. What I am thinking about is typically what I end up talking about on a Sunday. And it's one of those funny things too, like I'm not really doing notes for my talk anymore, except I had to write notes down today. Because I had a couple of ahas this week, and there are a couple of reasons that these ahas came to light for me this week around religion. And again, I am not here to stand in judgment of any religion, but I want to point out some of the things that we can end up doing by involving ourselves in a religion, even in science of mind, which is structured around a religious construct, right? You come here to service on a Sunday, that's a religious construct. It is born out of an idea of how to practice religion, how to practice the sacred, how to practice the spiritual. So you come here on a Sunday for, well, I'll just put it out there and call it church today. And I'm giving a sermon, and I'm the minister, and they give me the title of minister. I know Judy is just squirming in her chair right now. But really, we have constructed this entire community around the idea of a church. And there's nothing wrong with that. Now, I ask, what is religion? And of course, we are all steeped in a philosophy that teaches that spirit is all there is. And so our religion is to understand that spirit is all there is. And week after week, I stand up here and I say, in understanding that spirit is all there is, and understanding that spirit is simply the energy of love, not some, I was going to say some pie in the sky, no, some man in the sky. To understand that God is love, and that this is who and what we are, there is no separation, this is our religion. And religion, the word, just like God, the word, scares a lot of people. Now, it also has come up for me this week because there is a choice that the leadership of this center is looking at right now. And that is whether, right now, this, you may or may, according to the government, we are not a religious institution. We are a not-for-profit corporation that is a community service corporation, basically. But we're not a religious organization, according to the government. And we've talked about, well, do we want to go for religious status, and what does that mean? And, what comes with that? What things do we gain? What things might we lose if we become a religious organization? And we've really weighed the pros and cons around becoming a religious organization. And I will tell you, at this point, we're on the side of saying, no, we don't want to become a religious organization, because at the end of the day, what is most important to me is education. And I would rather be an educational institution than a religious institution. And what it is we teach is one thing and one thing only, and that is love. And how to express love and support love in this world. That's it. Because the word religion comes with so many strings. So many strings. So, what I have experienced, yes, I'm getting a few notes out. I don't, okay, so, see, I'm also trying to make sure that I'm explaining this in the way that is linear and understandable. So I'm trying, Brian, to not go on too many tangents today. Brian always razzes me about my tangents. One of the reasons that I am against the idea of becoming a religion is because sometimes within the structure and rigidity of religion, it loses what it is meant to do. And I think that we've seen this repeatedly throughout history. If you look at the religions of the world, the major religions of the world, I think you can see how there was a spark of an idea that when it became codified, when it became structured, it took people away from what the initial intent was to begin with. So I believe that if you look at the religions of the world, there is one intent that is the spark of all religious paradigms, and that is to awaken us. And I think that that's where we can look at and see our spark. I think Ernest Holmes' idea is that we become awakened more than anything. That we wake up to our expression in the world and what this means. Religion is meant to orient us toward the mystery of being. Toward the mystery of being. Because at the end of the day, what is religion asking? It's asking, why are we here? What is our purpose? What is the purpose? I'm almost starting to convince myself that we should be a religion. But codifying morality, and that's what religions tend to do. They say, here's the spark of the idea, but then they layer upon it moral ideas, moral objectives, how to do this and how to be good in the world and how to, and all of a sudden you've got all of these structures around the initial idea that may or may not be serving. Codifying morality, layering on the desires of any collective, and that is those who are put in charge of the religion, whether it's through representation or not, those who are put in charge of the representation, layering on the desires of those individuals may be dissipating the effectiveness of any spiritual philosophy to do its job. And that's what I believe, for me, stepping out of, again, I just got to keep saying it, stepping out of judgment, because I really have no judgment around this. It's just my opinion. I believe that that is what religion is. Religion is codified morality. It is the layering of structure over the initial idea. And so what I stand for in this place and in this time, in this center, is that we step away from thinking we need to learn how to do science of mind, how to be more spiritual, and understand that we are inherently spiritual. That's all there is. That's all there is. In codifying these ideas, we're arranging them. And I see it happening. You know, one of the things that changed when there were two science of mind organizations, you may not know the history, some of you do, there were two science of mind organizations that were expressed simultaneously. They were originally one organization, they broke into two, and a couple of years ago they came back into being one organization. And it's very interesting because they basically came up with their own systems and their own procedures and their own methods that were all based on the same ideas. And when they tried to put the two back together, all of a sudden we had a policy and procedural manual that was over 300 pages long. And I look at that and I think, what is really important here? Is it the policies around how we teach class? Is it the policies around how we govern our organization? Is it the policies and the procedures for this, that, and the other thing? Or is it that we are all steeped in a philosophy that teaches love? They had another document called the ODM, the Organizational Design Model, which is here, basically what they were saying is, here are the codes, the ethical codes against which all of the policies and procedures and the bylaws are weighed against. And this document was like 20 pages long. So for any kind of policy to get passed, you have to weigh it against each point in this document and make sure that it's not in opposition to any point in the document. Well, this just makes the whole process of the governance of this organization a little unruly. So I'm saying today I'm done with worrying about all of that, and all I want to do with this center and in the leadership of this center, I'm calling upon all of us as leaders within this center to step into one idea and one idea only, and that is love. Just approach life with love in your heart. That's it. Because the rest takes care of itself. It has to. I'm learning to be a lot more hands-off in my life. I used to be very much let's get in there and fix things and adjust things and let's make it happen and let's make a code and let's do a policy. And more and more I'm like, you know what, let's just get rid of all of that, because when you take away all the structures, when you take away all of the codes, when you take away all of it, what are you left with? You are left with love. That's it. So, it is up to us to start letting go of what we have decided are the facts of life. Because what I am talking about, all of those codes, all of those policies, all of those procedures, all of it are just facts that we have constructed around the spiritual truth. And the more we layer it on, the more I think that we will allow ourselves to be pulled off of what the intention of this philosophy is, which is to awaken to the truth of who we are. We do that, I believe, also by thinking critically. about our lives, about our place in the world? When I had the experience of watching legislation change in the United States now over a week ago when the Supreme Court made their ruling, it's very interesting, and this is why it's really been on my mind this week, because the reaction on both sides has been pretty drastic in many ways. And it all comes down to this for me. If we are not thinking critically about the things that are happening in our world, about the way we are expressing in the world, if we are not thinking critically about it, then we might allow ourselves to fall into the trap of not thinking at all and allowing the collective to do the thinking for us. And that is something that is very possible because we're all subject to the collective consciousness. And if we are not stepping into a specific practice in our own lives of truly thinking about what it is we stand for on an individualized level, and it doesn't have to be the same. We can have ideas within this room that are as diverse as, I don't know, what's diverse? As diverse as whatever you can think of. They can run the gamut of A to Z. I said Z. I had to get used to saying Z very early on because when I was first here and I had to spell my last name, a lot for people, Z-E-N-Z. It was one of the first things that, that happened. So, we can have ideas as diverse as you can imagine, all within this room, and everyone's idea has value. Everyone's opinion has value. And the way that we can address opinions that may differ from ours is to understand that we can hear the opinion with love. We don't have to agree with the opinion, but we can hear it with love. And so this has been my journey this week, is to hear differing opinions all over the internet. Oh, and boy, are they prolific around this marriage ruling. I can hear the differing opinions and I can understand the point of view. I can understand the construct and how this person may have gotten to that point, and it is not stepping into judgment about that person. It's understanding that they are a valued expression of love in this world, and that's the only way that I see. That's the only way that I see them. And this is the way we may want to think about approaching everything in our lives, not just the legislation, not just the government, everything in our lives. Everyone has value. Everyone's opinions are valuable. Because we could not have the opinion if it was not, first and foremost, an idea in the infinite mind, and it is simply expressing itself by means of us. So to say that someone's opinion does not have value is to basically say that the infinite does not have value. And I am not willing to do that. The infinite expression of the divine is it is expressing in myriad ways because it can't not. Where we do get into trouble is when we step from opinion into judgment. And the difference between opinion and judgment for me is allowing that person's opinion to be taken personally. Someone can be of the opinion that the idea of traditional marriage is between a man and a woman. And they can have any number of reasons for why they think that. I don't care about the reasons why they think that. If that is their opinion, if I take it personally, then I've stepped into judgment, as opposed to simply hearing the opinion, honoring the opinion, and going about my day. Because at the end of the day, with all due respect, their opinion has no bearing on my experience of life unless I allow it to. And so that's where we can get ourselves into trouble because, boy, it gets real easy to step into judgment sometimes, doesn't it? We hear an opinion and, we have such a visceral reaction to it. And how could they possibly think that? How did they get there? And what is it that has to be fixed? Because that's what we think. Something has to be fixed. Nothing has to be fixed with that person. What needs to be adjusted is our own relationship to the circumstance that has presented itself before us. So, everyone is entitled to their opinion. And I honor everyone's opinions, whether I agree with them or not. I honor everyone's opinions. But it comes down to what I would like us all to step into is more critical thinking. To not take everything you even hear from this. Don't take it for granted. Think about it. And decide whether you agree with it based on who you are. Not just because I stand up here and tell you some lovely things that I think are true. What do you really think about it? What do you really think about it? And it's okay if you disagree. I have people who tell me they disagree with me all the time. Happens. It happens. Helen, when you're a minister, be ready for people to tell you they disagree with you. She already has that. So the question today is, I called today's talk the inconvenience of facts, because facts do become inconvenient when they get in the way of what it is we are here to do, which is to simply love, to simply express, and to simply, at the end of the day, evolve. Because I think that's what thinking critically leads us to. It leads us to perfect evolution. And if we are stuck in our own opinions and not thinking critically about them, if we are stuck in past paradigms that may no longer be working because the world, the experience of this universe is constantly shifting, constantly changing, and constantly rearranging itself, what worked 10 years ago for me no longer works for me. And I need to be okay with that. But sometimes, boy, do we hold on to those structures because that's where we feel comfortable. It's our own little comfort zone. We steep ourselves into this bubble. And there are comfort zones that we're not even aware of, that we are experiencing every single moment of our lives. There are comfort zones that we developed as children. And we live with them until we begin to think critically about them. There may be something that comes to mind for you right here in this moment. Something from your childhood that all of a sudden you've had an aha moment. Allow yourself to think critically about it. Do not judge it. Look at it. And in deepening yourself looking at that thing, make a determination. Does this work for me? Is this working for me to live the best life I possibly can? And if it doesn't, be done with it. Allow yourself to have the willingness and, quite frankly, the bravery to let it go. And that can be a very brave thing for people, because when you let something like that go, you may not necessarily know what it is you're stepping into. So allow yourself the bravery to let it go. So this week, you have homework. Oh, gosh, he's giving us homework again. That was amazing. From two sides of the room, but it's summer. Well, consider this summer school. You know what? You don't get time off of your life. And in fact, if you're truly experiencing life, you should welcome all of these ideas. You should welcome these opportunities for your own experience of life and growth. So, these are the two questions. Well, really 3 questions. The second question is in 2 parts that I would like you to really start asking yourself in every given, not any given, every given situation throughout this week, and see what comes through you. As you experience life, as you have the circumstances of your experience show up in life, allow yourself to be open to tracing those things back to what is the core belief that has allowed these circumstances to show up for me. Because there is a belief there that is attracted to you those circumstances. And then here are the questions. Number one, this is very poor grammar, but this is the question. Does this grow me? Does this grow me? Am I growing in this? Am I basically evolving in this? Does this grow me? Then ask this question. Does this inhibit me? Because it's not just enough to ask the one question, because there may be gray area. Something may grow you a degree and inhibit you to a degree, and it's up to you to start figuring out what is that gray area. So does this grow me? Does this inhibit me? And then the other part of this question is, does this inhibit anyone else? Because that's where you get the core. For me, this is where you get to the core of expressing as love in this world. If we are doing anything or expressing in any way that inhibits anyone else, then we have stepped away from love. We can live and let live. We can love and let love. But it comes down to, does this belief in the way it is expressing in my life inhibit anyone else? And if the answer is yes, I invite you to take a good, long, hard look at that thing and really determine if it is of value. As this center grows, I'm allowing myself to be led in a way to challenging myself more in this entire philosophy. Because it is not enough for me to think that I spent X number of years to get a piece of paper that says I'm qualified to stand up here in front of you and then decide that I've figured it out. Because the truth is, I haven't. Life is the process of figuring it out. And I'm willing to live in that and to stand in that and to stand in that in front of you. And that, for me, is what that paper really does. It gives me the qualification in a structured way to stand in front of you and basically say, in a very raw way, I am still figuring life out. And if you're willing to listen and go through this experience with me, maybe it will open each and every one of us up to the idea of we're all still figuring this out, and that's an okay place to be. There is no end to this journey. There is no destination because life is infinite. And even when we shed this mortal coil, it still is going on. We are still expressing in some way, and so we can't possibly have figured it all out. Because there's always going to be something more. This is evolution. And this is what I'm really, really passionate about this week. Evolution. To really step into allowing the self to come to a greater expression of itself by means of the infinite spirit flowing through us as us at all times. There is no other way to live for me. That's it. That's why I get passionate about this philosophy. Because despite the structure, despite the religiosity that has been molded onto this experience of this philosophy, and I also do want to, Ernest Holmes, who wrote The Science of Mind and really was he really was the mystic who brought all of this in the way we study it to the experience of life. He was very clear. He did not want this to be a religion. His whole point of view was you can be involved in any religion and find truth in the science of mind. And that's really important. And so I am on the side of this question that I started off with by saying, I don't want us to become a religious organization. I am more interested in becoming a place where people can come and explore and learn what it means to them to be of a spiritual nature. Not because I say something. What does it mean to you? Because I am still trying to figure out what it means to me. And so that's what I stand for. We are an educational place, and the education is open. We are open at the top, as Ernest Holmes said. Has anyone who's not a practitioner or ministerial student ever even heard me use that term, that we are open at the top? It's funny, it was very prevalent in my training, and I've never used it here. I'm almost 3.5 years into my ministry here, and I've never used it. We are open at the top. There's always more to know. There's always more to experience, and there's always more flow. And so let's step into that in a very conscious way by asking ourselves these questions this week. Does this grow me? Does this inhibit me? Or does this inhibit anyone else around me? That's your homework this week. Enjoy summer school. Namaste.
I have to say, like, people, like, what do you do on Sundays? And it's like, I go to, and my throat catches around the word church, but now I can say, I go to school on Sundays.
There you go.
But Sunday school even has the church.
Yeah.
I go to school. I go learn things.
That's a good, I go teach things.
Yes, I like that.
And I go learn things too.
Yeah.
Because I'm learning from all of you. I'm going to invite you all to take whatever it is you're offering the center today.
Do we want to do the draw?
Oh, we should do the draw. That's right. Thank you for reminding me.
You're
all right.
very welcome.
Hold on to whatever it is you're offering the center today. And let's sing the birthday and anniversary song. And if you has everyone put in their ballot? Yes. All right. Go ahead and bring those up. And let's do the birthday and anniversary song.
All right.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, happy birthday. Happy birthday to. Happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary, happy anniversary. All right. Let's see, if you would, Lynette. Here we are. Fred, are you celebrating this month? You're not? Would you please do the honor of choosing? All right. The winner is beautiful. The winner is Karen Geraldo. So a portion of last week's total contribution take will be donated to the United Way. Thank you so much. Last month. Did I say week?
Yes.
Last month.
Last month.
The month as a whole. All right. So speaking of our contributions and our giving, take out whatever it is you're offering the center today. And I'm going to invite anyone who is online to participate in the conscious giving and awareness of financial abundance by clicking the donate button on the screen. Also, if you're a member of our stewardship, you can take the card that we offer you, hold on to it, and allow the energy of it to fill your soul right here and right now, recognizing that it is an energy of love. And that divine givingness is always, always present, and to give is engaging the law of circulation. And as we engage the law of circulation, we say, yes, we are open to the flow. We are open to the flow, not just of giving, but also receiving. And so it becomes a perfectly balanced experience of love and life. That's what giving is all about to me. And I want to also honor the use of these funds within this center, trusting that the board makes wise decisions. I trust that through intuition, I make wise decisions as I also step into that expression of leadership, and know that what you offer today grows this school. And so we're going to sing
Point of power.
Point of power today as the baskets go around.
In this moment I feel joy. In this moment I feel joy. In this moment I feel joy. I feel joy. I feel joy. I feel joy. And the point of power is in this moment now. And the point of power is in this moment now. In this moment I feel grace. In this moment I feel grace. In this moment I feel grace. I feel grace. I feel grace. I feel grace. And the point of power is in this moment now. And the point of power is in this moment now. And the point of power is in this moment now. And the point of power is in this moment now.
Fred, if you would do the honor of
Yeah.
blessing the offering today.
Absolutely. Everybody just take a deep breath. And this is love. This is the only thing going on. And this expression of love is in currency. And this currency allows this center to grow. It allows this center to grow. It allows this city, this province, this country, this great big wonderful world of ours. For it flows. It flows through love, through light, through greatness, through givingness. In gratitude for all the love energy. In gratitude for all the learnings and teachings that have brought us to this place right here, right now. I release these words knowing that this action in these baskets is for love. I release these words to the law knowing that it is done and that the currency flows to and from always in the right way when it is done with love. And together we say, and so it is.
Thank you, Fred. I want to, since we talked about this being a place of education today, I do want to make a pitch for getting yourselves prepared for school in September. That we do teach classes here, and basically my whole point of teaching class is to allow each person to find their own path to incorporating spirituality in a practical way in their lives. That's what every single class is in support of. And the classes that we are teaching, yes, I am teaching mental muscle. I haven't done it in a long time. It's an incredible 16 weeks of getting to the core of your belief system and really asking those questions in a profound way that allows you to make change in your life if that's what you choose to do. Also, we're going to be teaching Prosperity Plus, which is a new program that we've never taught before. Helen and I will be co-facilitating that. That's going to be on Wednesday nights beginning September 16th. Also, Helen is going to be teaching basic tools for life transformation, which is The Fundamentals of Science of Mind. That's going to be on Sunday afternoons. And I'm doing a one-day workshop. I know James Mellon did it last year, but it's one of my favorite books, so I'm doing the workshop this year. The Live Your Decision Day is based on Raymond Charles Barker book, The Power of Decision. And that's going to be a pretty incredible day. Also, do sign up for One Step Health. If you have any thought around taking your physical health into your own hands, Dean and Michelle are incredible at what they do. Michelle has been a friend of mine for many years. I've known Dean a little less time. But I'm grateful that they're bringing their inspiration here to share with this community. You can sign up for that in the bookstore, or you can sign up for it online as well if you go under the events menu item. It's going to be incredible. So I'm going to invite us all to take a breath. And in that breath, let's each of us allow ourselves to go to that perfect place of deeper understanding of who we are, which is an embodiment and an expression of love. For there is nothing but love. In understanding that this is who we are, I trust and know that regardless of the circumstances, the spiritual truth is all is well. And there is within every circumstance an opportunity to know something more profound, to experience life on a deeper level. And this is what I stand for today for myself. I know this when I know who I am. I know this when I know that I am always, always held in the embrace of the divine. I'm held in love, I'm held in peace. God is holding me with every breath, with every step. God is holding me. I'm held in love, I'm held in peace. God is holding me with every breath, with every step. God is holding me. 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 I'm held in love. I'm held in peace. God is holding me with every breath, with every step. God is holding me. I trust and know right here and right now that there is an infinite resource, an infinite creative source, an infinite expression of love. It is unstoppable, and there is nothing but this expression of love, and it is who and what each and every one of us is. There is love and nothing else. There is God and nothing else. There is creation and nothing else. And I understand this and know this on a more deep and profound level today because I have chosen to. And I allow it to be expressed by me more profoundly today and in every moment of my experience, because I know that deepening my own awareness in this allows me to evolve into the next experience and the next experience and the next experience, and trust and know that all these experiences are grounded in love and showing up as love. And I know this for myself. I trust in this on behalf of every single person who is experiencing this time and this space right here, right now with me.
We are all part of the whole. We are all in this together, and we are all honored. We are all loved, for there is nothing but that. Love is expressed here, right now, in this room. Love is expressed right here, right now. Regardless of where we physically are located, it is expressed wholly, fully, and profoundly. And I allow love and nothing else. And I do this in deep gratitude for all that has conspired by means of Spirit to make this experience happen today in a loving way, in a profound way. I am grateful for everyone who stepped up today in a volunteer position and said, yes, I'm willing to serve. I honor every single person. I'm grateful for Carol and Helen, our board members on duty today. I'm grateful for Lori setting up. I'm grateful for our greeter, Lynette, today. I'm grateful for Chris in the bookstore, Dane on sound. Grateful for Jim on our webcast. I stand in gratitude. I breathe in this gratitude and allow it to spill over. I'm grateful for Mahala with the dynamic kids today. I am grateful for Margaret Ann and her meditation, and I'm grateful for her willingness to serve every Wednesday in meditation. I am grateful for Fred and his brilliant expression of wisdom today. I am grateful to Pierre Gautreau, Tanis Burnett, the entire Queen Street Band. I'm grateful for every single musician who wrote the music that allowed us to celebrate today in such a profound way. And I'm grateful for every single expression of life, here, online, everywhere I go. I am grateful. And so it is in gratitude that I simply allow all that has been spoken by means of this spiritual mind treatment to be set into motion. I impress it upon that law, knowing that there is no coercion, simply allowing. I trust the law. I know that it shows up perfectly according to my desire and my requirement, and so I simply step out of the way and let it be. I know this, I allow this, and together we say, and so it is. God is holding me. God is holding me. God is holding me. God is holding me. I'm held in love. I'm held in peace. God is holding me. With every breath, with every step, God is holding me. God is holding me. God is holding me. Namaste, everyone. Thank you so much. We're going to lift this out and head out into the street with this final song of the day. Listen to the music. Grateful to you all. Have a wonderful, wonderful week.
Don't you feel it growing day by day? People getting ready for the news. Some are happy, some are sad. Oh, gonna let the music play. What the people need is a way to make them smile. Ain't so hard to do if you know how. Gotta get a message, get it on through. Oh, don't you ask me why. Oh, listen to the music. Oh, listen to the music. Oh, listen to the music all the time. Well, I know you know better everything I say. Meet me in the country for a day. We'll be happy and we'll dance. Oh, gonna dance the blues away. And if I'm feeling good to you and you're feeling good to me, there ain't nothing we can't do or say. Feeling good, feeling fine. Oh, baby, let the music play. Oh, listen to the music. Oh, listen to the music. Oh, listen to the music all the time. Like a lazy flowing river, surrounding castles in the sky, and the crowd is growing bigger, listening for the happy sounds. I gotta let them fly. Oh, listen to the music. Oh, listen to the music. Oh, listen to the music all the time. Oh, listen to the music. Oh, listen to the music. Oh, listen to the music all the time. Have a fantastic week.